Hello there and welcome to The Last Cask. My name's David Mason and welcome to my whiskey YouTube channel on all things the Ushkabar. Yes, today we're going to be looking at the Deanston 18-year-old single malt Scotch whisky. But before we get into that, just a wee bit of history on this well-established, self-powered distillery on the River Teith. Yes, started as a cotton mill, 1785. 1830, due to its location on the River Teith, it then installed a water wheel to power all the machinery. So they're very much self-sufficient, using earlier hydro power. And then in 1949 they were committing themselves to sustainable energies and used electric turbines now to manage all their operations, their spinning rooms and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, anyway, that's really interesting in terms of the premises, the building and its operations. And sadly in 1965 it closed down as a cotton mill and ceased trading, and in 1966 then decided to move into distillation and has obviously rebranded itself as the Deanston Distillery as it is today. And then in 1974 it produced its very first Deanston Single Malt Scotch Whisky. We've got a Single Malt Scotch Whisky, as I've mentioned. This exquisite Deanston has been resting in the heart of our distillery in our unique vaulted warehouse for 18 years. Woohoo. The American white oak barrels that once held a sweet bourbon have imbued our whisky with a golden caramel hue and the characteristic flavours of smooth vanilla and honey. Yeah, so I think this has been laid down in second fill American oak casks, and then it's been finished in first fill bourbon casks from Kentucky, just to be a little bit more finite in terms of the maturation of the spirit. So we've got a colour of caramel gold. We've got a nose of aromatic, floral, grassy and malty, balanced with notes of American oak. I expect that to be there, with some honey, tobacco and nutmeg. And I feel, because of the age, 18 years, we're going to get a lot of the cask influence in this. I know that will come through. The palate is a sweetness of gingerbread, vanilla and barley sugar, with spicy white pepper, manuka honey and good old citrus. And the finish is a dry spice and honeyed ginger warmth. So just before we get into this, I've had a few looks on the reviews and that, and some of the reviews are a little bit it's okay, it's not that bad. You know, I've got a view on whiskey, and remember, there's no such thing as bad whiskey. Some are better than others, but taste is subjective. So I always, doesn't matter which whiskey it is, it's really trying to look at the profile and the architecture and the character of the whiskey and the character of the distillery, of course, which is imbued into the spirit itself. And that for me is what I'm looking for. Yeah, sure, it might not be as nice as the Glenglassaugh Evolution, which is nice and fruity, because I like nice and fruity whiskey. You know, it could be drier, but what I'm looking for is the 18 years worth of resting that this has had from new make spirit into the cask, matured, and everything that's going through that through the years in that dunnage warehouse. You know, and call me an old romantic, but that's, you know, my thinking in regards to whiskey tasting and enjoying this fine dram that the team at Deanston have gone at great lengths to nurture to produce in this bottle. There you go, just my thinking, my thoughts, and maybe you'll agree. So let's get into it. Fruity oak. So there we go. So, colour, yeah, I'd say caramel gold, quite maybe lemony. It's very nice, and it is, as you'd expect, nice and oily. Nice slow legs coming down the glass. Yeah, citrusy, floral, malted barley. And the malted barley is locally sourced, by the way, from Scotland. A little bit of oak in the background. Yeah, and some honey notes there as well on the palate. Ginger, some vanilla. I'm getting quite malty. A little bit of spice, white pepper. And you know, because of the age, I'm getting the cask finish. It's quite old wood, oaky, some tobacco, and stem ginger as well. It's a very delicate, soft, spicy finish, slightly lingering, nice ginger warmth as it suggests. It's a little bit drying as well. So another go. Yeah, I like that. Again, it's a nice bourbon expression, and I've tried lots of different bourbons, whiskey expressions, and as I mentioned earlier, I'm looking for something a bit different. This delivers something different in its age, in its character, in its profile, and I think what Deanston have done here is a fantastic job. Contrary to other people's thoughts and opinions, I'm of an opinion that this is really captured the essence of the distillery. I'm enjoying this particular dram. I think you will as well. But that's up to you. Go and have a go, see what you think, let me know. But from a scoring perspective, I would give this a very good 8.5. It's given something very different in terms of its age statement. 18 years old, nice. I'm getting a lot of that cask element, that old age, and I can feel it on my palate. Well done, Deanston. Good job. Anyway, I'll raise a glass to you. Thank you for listening, and Slàinte mhath.